Okay, my friends, today is an exciting day because we got mail. I ordered a couple records from Discogs. Now, you know I don't like to shop on Discogs. I prefer to discover records, like to find records in record stores. And whenever I go to a new town, I go to the G section and the P section, and I look for Genesis and Phil Collins stuff. And of course, you know, Peter Gabriel or Tony Banks or Steve Hackett or any of the kind of the auxiliary projects from the band.
Do you speak English? English!
Other times I like to shop on Discogs lying in bed at night. And this time I found a couple things. And then you know what ends up happening is if you find something you like, you add it to your cart, then you look at what else that person is selling. And if that person is selling a bunch of other items you like, then you can save on shipping. And so that's what happened. I found something that was a really, really good deal. And I put it in my cart. Then I started looking through his other stuff. And then I made him offers and he reduced the price by like 20%. So I've got a couple records here and I kind of forget entirely what's in here, but let's open it together. It literally just came the door now. It's still cold from the Canadian winter. All right, let's crack this open. Ooh, no, 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 no. Oh, I got to open it like this. The thing that I'm really kind of most intrigued with, I'm going to save to the end because it's something I don't know very much about. And I'm excited to hear it. Okay, here it is. You ready? Let's open this up. Look at this. Can you see this? Any guesses what this is? Anybody guess? Can you guess? Take a look at that. Can you guess what that is? First of all, before I crack this open, this is a funny one to start with. Before I crack this open, this record I bought. I got it for like $4 or €4. And this record came as a recommendation from one of you. Somebody in the comments on YouTube told me to look out for this record. I have never heard it because it's not available on Spotify. Oh, the records are separate here. Okay. All right. So check this out. This is Daryl Stuermer's, I believe this is his first record, right? His first solo record. It's called Steppin' Out. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So cool. I got to show you this. Okay, so there he goes playing with his with that great electric guitar that he used on the Invisible Touch tour, which I believe he just sold on Reverb. Gosh, I'd love to get a hold of that. Or you can probably easily get, not too easily, but you could probably get one. So there's the liner notes. We'll read through the liner notes in a second. But this is Daryl's Steppin' Out. Hold on, I'm going to get rid of this cardboard because it's making a lot of noise. So this is on, what's the record company? Because he ends up doing his own record company. So this is produced by Daryl and Don Murray. All songs written and arranged by Daryl Stuermer, recorded and mixed by Don Murray. One of the things I'm really interested in is I Don't Want to Know, the instrumental version. So that would be, maybe you can see it better here. That's track 2, and so that's from No Jacket Required. He also has a record, because he co-wrote The Least You Can Do, and he has a solo record where he has like this is kind of, look at that. But that's okay. That's, I didn't pay very much for this. So this was, Brad Cole plays keyboards on here. Leland Sklar plays bass, which is very cool. Mark Torrell plays drums, so I don't think Phil's on here. We have some synthesizer horns arranged by Brad and Daryl. Let's see who else is on here. Basic tracks and overdubbing done at the farm. That's very cool. That's Genesis home studio. Additional tracks recorded at Sunset Sound. So I don't see Phil on here. Special thanks to Genesis, Tony, Mike, and Phil for a decade of great music, encouragement, and friendships. Thank you to Phil Collins for just being dad. Let's see if you can see that. Can you see that here? Let's see if I can. No, that's probably too small. Okay, there's a really cool letter from Phil Collins on the back. We're going to get to that in a second. Let's take a look at the record, actually, just to see if everything looks okay. Nice. Looks great. Jacket's in a little rough shape, but that's okay. You know what? If I come across this record at a record fair or a record store, I imagine it'd be like $5 or $10, as a lot of these are. This is 1988, by the way. Who here bought this the day it came out in record stores? Anybody? Was this even easy to find in a record store, I wonder? Look at that. What a stud. What a stud, Daryl. So on the back is a letter from Phil Collins. You can see it. It's in his handwriting. So let's read this here. I've known Dervin scratched out Darren scratched out Daryl since 1978. Look at that. Let's put it over here. He pretended to not know his name. Classic Phil. His surname was a little problem to me then, and on occasion still is now. Stuermer, there, at last I've done it. He first came into my life when Rutherford Miner of Genesis flew to New York to find a guitar player who could tell him all the chords of the Genesis songs so we could go on tour. Apparently, he breezed through the audition. I personally believe money changed hands. Soon we were road-worthy with Ruthers, Banks, me, Chester, and Derek scratched out Daryl. In 1980, Daryl worked on my first solo album. In no time at all, his playing had degenerated to sounding like an electric razor on In the Air. Then came the Collins solo tours, where he has an integral jacuzzi and later hot tub. As well as being a superb musician, at this point, more money should change hands. He has been writing. He co-wrote a few songs on No Jacket Required, a fact overlooked by many people. So here we are. Dawn scratched out Daryl's solo album. Enjoy it. I know I have. P.S. Daryl, that'll be $11.75 plus tax. Cheers, Phil Collins. And a little doodle. Isn't that cool? Boy, that's a little Easter egg because I didn't know we were getting that. So we're going to listen to this soon. Okay, I'm going to sleeve this. You could probably tell what it is already from the colors, but I'm going to sleeve this. Well, no, I won't. Here we go. This is the In Too Deep single. Look at that art. That is so nice. That is so glossy. With Do the Neurotic, which I love. Great tune. On the reverse. So this is a very thin sleeve. This is a 12-inch unedited version of In Too Deep. From the film Mona Lisa. Oh, I'm kind of curious if that's different from the album version. Let's take a look. What do we have here? So on side B, we have Do the Neurotic, previously unreleased and unedited, composed by Banks, Collins, and Rutherford, produced by Genesis and Hugh Padgham. Record looks in great shape. Side A is In Too Deep, from the film Mona Lisa, taken from the album Invisible Touch, unedited version. I don't know what that means. It's not giving a running time on here, not one that I can see anyhow. Yeah, so that's cool. I collect 12-inch singles. I've showed that before. So this is really cool to have. This was one that I was looking for because I really like the artwork. I'm still going to grab this on 7-inch if I come across it. But gosh, I know you can see that on camera, but it's just very metallic, high gloss, although it actually has like a matte finish, like a matte texture. But it's so electric. It's got to be like a Pantone colors or something. Okay, I'm going to put it back together here. We'll move on to what's next. We got two more things. I've never done this before. I've never opened something so slowly. I've had this now for a half an hour filming this video, and I still haven't looked at the thing I'm most excited about. You're welcome. Is this on Virgin? Yeah, Virgin. Okay. Next up is something that's not a huge deal. Just going to take out, because it's in a black sleeve. Here, let me just show you this. So it's a black single. And let me just take this out. So this is from a record label called Vertigo, which I believe is a German label. And this is the That's All single. And on the reverse side, this is in really good condition too, for now, until I drop it. On the reverse side is Firth the Fifth, a live version, and from 1981. So that's really cool. So that's not from, and it's the full version of Firth the Fifth, minus probably the piano, but we'll see. We'll see how recorded live recorded live at the Savoy in New York, 1981. It's 9 minutes and 29 seconds. So that's interesting. I don't know if it has the piano intro, but, and then that's all just the regular version maxi single. So like I said, I like to collect 12 inches, and this again was really inexpensive. So I wanted to grab this. And, I honestly quite often I listen to my 12-inch singles. I put a track on, listen to the long version of Mama, or I have Hanging Long Enough, or I have the Sioux Studio version, the really, really danceable, exciting Sioux Studio version. I have a copy of Groovy Kind of Love that has an instrumental version of Big Noise on the reverse. So I like my 12-inch singles, and there's lots of them. There's lots of Phil ones, and there's lots of Genesis ones. So That's All. Okay, so now for the grand finale. This is what I'm so intrigued by, and I'm going to take it downstairs and play it. If you're getting a glimpse of this here on the side camera, do you know what this is? Have you seen this before? Does anybody here know what this is? Leave a comment if you have this. If you have a copy of this. I'm so intrigued by this. So this apparently, unless I'm going to be disappointed, is a bootleg. And it's a Phil Collins bootleg, which is something you never see. Let's see, can you see that okay? So this is from the Hello, I Must Be Going era. So this was recorded live in Congress Building, The Hog in Holland, November 21, 1982. Ironically, that's 40 years ago from this week. And on the cover, it's a bunch of black and white Polaroids. It's a very hideous cover with red lines all over it. And then there's like an orange cardboard, you know what it is? I think it's supposed to be like a file folder, maybe with like a top secret files. I don't know what the red lines are supposed to be. I don't know what it has to do with Hello, I Must Be Going. So it's a double disc. Oh, I didn't realize that. There is no Phil Collins bootlegs that I've ever found. I would love for you to tell me, and I know we have some diehard bootleg folks out there, so please let me know if there are other Phil Collins bootlegs. But I know that, there's hundreds of Genesis bootlegs, and I'm in the process of collecting a lot of them, but here you go. This is disc 2. Phil Collins, I Don't Care Anymore. That's what this project is called, by the way. Yeah. Track listing isn't on the discs. Discs look great. They feel pretty heavy. Dare I say 180. Paper is in really good shape too. Beautiful holes cut in the front. So this will look really good. And I'm just so pleased to have this. It says it's in stereo. I'll read you the track listing in a sec. I know you're like, tell me the track listing, please. I'm very curious to hear how it sounds and where it was recorded, if it's soundboard audience recording or if it's from an FM radio show. It was in Holland in 1982. So we have on side A, they say face 1, 25 minutes, which is very long for one side. I Don't Care Anymore. Thunder and Lightning. I Cannot Believe It's True. This Must Be Love. Through These Walls. Side 2 is 24 minutes and 12 seconds. Behind the Lines. Why Can't It Wait Till Morning? The Roof is Leaking. Oh, that's spelt wrong. The Roof is Laying. Leahing. Don't Let Them Steal Your Heart Away and The West Side. Disc 2, side A, 22 minutes and 47 seconds. Introduction, The Band. I Missed Again. If Leaving Me Is Easy. In the Air Tonight. You Can't Hurry Love. And then disc 2, side B is 25 minutes and 1 second. It Don't Matter to Me. Hand in Hand, which is going to be great. Simon's Song, which I don't know what that is. Presumably his son. Why Can't It Wait Till Morning? So there's 2 copies of Why Can't It Wait, 2 versions of Why Can't It Wait Till Morning. Interesting. Why? Why can't it wait till morning on here twice? Maybe it says it is, but it's not actually. Tell me what you know about this bootleg, because I'm going to go downstairs now and listen to it. I should have listened to it before this. And Daryl's record. I'm so excited to check out Daryl's record. So let's go take a listen. Okay, so I had some time to take a listen to these records, and I wanted to play them for you real quick at the risk of maybe getting a copyright strike on YouTube, but fingers crossed, I think we'll be okay. I want to play just a real quick second of Daryl's record, which isn't available on Spotify. And so that makes me think we might be able to get away with playing a clip. And I'm gonna play a clip out of my speakers, and it's gonna go into a Zoom, stereo Zoom. So I tried to hook the turntable up to the Zoom, but it didn't work, so forgive me. So I'm gonna play a clip real quick of I Don't Wanna Know, which is the Phil Collins song, instrumental. It's great, by the way. The recording quality is really good. I'm gonna crank it for a second. Drums sound really good. I'm gonna turn it down. I'm kind of a little scared about getting a copyright tag. So I can't play too much more of that. I think the whole album is instrumental. I haven't gone through it. I actually didn't know when I bought this record. I didn't know if it was going to be instrumental or if Daryl would try singing. I don't know if he can sing or not. I thought maybe this was going to be like an acting very strange type of thing, but it's not. So I bought it without even knowing if it was instrumental or not. I was just curious.
Suppose I'm bi-curious.
Yeah, so that's the Daryl record. I want to, more importantly, I want to play the Phil Collins bootleg. Okay, so let's take a listen to this. This is relatively disappointing, but it's interesting. There's some interesting things. I didn't realize it was going to be an audience recording. That's kind of the risk you take. This happened to me recently with a Lamb bootleg, which I have here. I'll show you. This Lamb bootleg, Swelled and Spent, which I'm going to do another video on, is an audience recording, and it's unlistenable. It is like no bass frequencies at all, basically like everything above 500. So this is a lot better from an audience recording standpoint, but it's still really inferior. It's like a 5 out of 10 sonically. So let me hop to a track here. The other issue with this, and you can see here the track listing, the other issue with this record is the speed. So it was recorded on cassette or some sort of tape, maybe reels. And then the speed is fluctuating all the time. And the interesting thing about with the guys who put together the bootlegs, and I saw this on another bootleg where all the track titles were just not actual Genesis song titles. They're just like what you think they might be called based on the lyrics. So the same thing was this. There's a spelling error. There's a wrong title of a song. I showed you the track listing before. Instead of, it shows Why Can't It Wait Till Morning twice on here, but it's actually starts off with Like China and then Behind the Lines on the beginning of disc 2. Can you see that okay? So it actually starts off with Like China, then Behind the Lines. And I'll show you a clip of, let me show you a clip of Behind the Lines, because that's where you can really tell the speed differences. Way too fast. So when they're pressing to vinyl, there may have been a time where they could have turned the speed down of the tape deck. But if they didn't know what they were listening to, they wouldn't have known that Phil Collins isn't a chipmunk. Okay, I want to be careful here. I don't want management getting after me, but let me see. What else can I show you? Let's play a little bit of the West Side. So let's throw on disc 2. Let me play you a little clip from I Missed Again, if I can. I think there's lots of band introductions that I could play you, actually.
Also, on the trumpet, we welcome Mr. Michael Harris. usual standard that we do have to have at this restaurant. I'd like to introduce you now to a young keyboard player over here. He's a very good friend of mine, a fabulous musician, has to be his personality. He's a really tip-top chap. So we welcome, please, on the keyboards, tinkling the ivories, and I very well speak. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Peter Robinson?
Okay, let's see if we can take a listen to Missed Again. So the thing with this album, obviously you could be disappointed in the sonic qualities of it. The speed is a bit high. When there's not a lot of bass response, you end up hearing those high mid-ranges, the S's and the that loud mid-range sound, and that can be really piercing. It's unbearable on the Genesis bootleg. But on here, it's okay. It's not so bad. But I mean, to me, this is like an artifact. It's a piece of history. I really love to own it, especially on vinyl, especially that it was, once an illegal item. Well, it still kind of is. It's kind of a shock. I got it off of Discogs, but I think that's kind of what makes it cute, makes it sweet about it. So I don't mind the sonic issues. Okay, so as you can see here, let's see if I throw this up here. If you look at the last disc, it says we have If Leaving Me Is Easy, right? No, It Don't Matter to Me, Hand in Hand. Sorry, I'm trying to not get the glare here. Hand in Hand, Simon's Song. And then the last track is Why Can't It Wait Till Morning? So here's It Don't Matter to Me. And then Hand in Hand. I love this song. I really hope that the YouTube algorithms doesn't catch that this. We'll see. So then there's a song called Simon's Song. Which I believe is in So to F, but our viewers can correct me if I'm wrong. Is it in So to F? Sounds like Brand X. Very, very hard to listen to, but I'm curious if it's Brand X or if it's in So to F. Oh, and then the last song is not Why Can't It Wait Till Morning, which Why Can't It Wait Till Morning was already on side 2 of disc 1. Instead, it's People Get Ready. Not bad. I mean, again, you can see how fast the sound is because Phil sounds a bit like a chipmunk, but I don't know. I think I paid maybe €25 for this, so not a huge issue for me. I think there was I saw a record recently, which is a bootleg of a Genesis bootleg of the Invisible Touch era, and it was $100 and it was missing a disc, and it was still $100. So I think, yeah, when the sonics are really good, then the price goes up. Depends on how rare it is. So I'm just happy. Honestly, I'm happy to have this. It's always kind of fun to own something like this. And so that was my Discogs haul. Thanks for watching, and we'll do more of these.